Hey, welcome back to the Alpine Rose. This video is going to be replacing a carburetor for the Craftsman Snowblower model 247.886940. So I've got the snowblower sitting on the table for ease of working on. It typically wouldn't be that easy to do it, but I used the tractor to raise it up there. So the carburetor in this model is located right behind the choke, the on switch, the throttle. The carburetor part I picked up, I got from Amazon. It consists of the carburetor complete and all hoses. It's got the little pump hose, it's got the inlet hose, it has a gas filter, it has the pump mechanism, which is right here. An on-off, gasoline on-off, it's got the gaskets. It's pretty complete and it's about 19 bucks. First thing you want to do is pull off the key. This piece comes off. It didn't come off that easy the first time I took this apart. I took it apart for the purpose of trying to clean out the carb, see if there's something I could do to get it working. So next, the choke mechanism comes off. I already had this off once. It's not that easy to get off, but you can see it's keyed like that to go on that piece there. Just try to remember where you took it off from. Come on, baby. I'm trying to remember. If this is directly down, then that's at an angle. Next, there are 4 screws you want to take off. One there, one there. That's on the left side. On the opposite side, you've got one above the power connector in there. Hopefully you can see that. Yep. Next one's down below it. Right there on the left. You may want to also pull the pull start out of your way a little bit. The bolts here and here are 10 millimeter. Taking off the cover can be a little bit of a challenge. I found that if you drop it down, pull out the top away from the, without putting out your eye on the control. This is still connected and there's electrical connected to this. So, there it goes. I'm just going to swing it up out of the way like that. Now you can see what's still connected on the back side of it. Got electrical here, and you got your pump, vacuum to actually put some gas in the carb for starting. There's also a line over here on the left side going to the valve cover, and that will need to be pulled off, but I'll pull it off when I pull the carburetor. Next, these are the 2 bolts you need to pull off. I'll also be pinching the gas line shortly, which is right there. These 2 nuts are also 10 millimeters. Come here, baby. I already pre-loosened them. Okay, with those two nuts off, you should be able to move this loose. Here's that vacuum line that's coming from the valve cover. Next is the throttle mechanism. Comes off fairly simple. Take a good look at it to see how it reroutes. Long side on top, short side on the bottom. You'll see what I mean when I get this off. And I may just wait till I have that out. But let's see. Okay, there it comes. It's got a little short side here, long side up there. Goes like that. I'm going to pinch this gas line and then take it off. Okay, so I've pinched off the gas line with vice grips, as you can see over here. And there's a squeeze clamp on here. Push that up. Wiggle your gas line off. Not always so easy. Come on. Okay. Guess I got the gas cut off. The kit comes with a new hose for the gas line and a on-off. I'm kind of shocked that this one did not have an on-off, because that keeps gas inside the carburetor in the float bowl, and gas can turn to gel, so that may be part of the issue why we had a problem. So next thing you want to remove, get the throttle out of your way, but you can see this spring right here and this rod. Okay, I'm going to pull the carb out a little bit, and it makes the gasket easier to come off. And this rod will actually come out much easier on top. And there's this little spring right here. Okay, leave both those things hanging there. The carb will come out, bringing the gasket with it. And there's the carb. Comparing the two carburetors, look pretty close together. I don't see any issue there with okay. This might need to be cocked a little bit straight up, but looks good. Make sure and pay attention to the way your gaskets come off. This is the front side towards the air cleaner. This is the back side that goes towards the engine. You can actually compare how it lines up and the dirty marks or the old marks of how it was pressed into place. So this is the way the new gasket goes on. And then line up your carburetor with the bolts. Put that in place. Note here, a mixture screw here, which is accessible from the back side. Come on, line up. I'm going to go ahead and put in the spring up here, because that seemed to be easier before. There it goes. So you want to connect this rod and the spring before you get it all the way back in there, because it's a booger to do any other way. Keep the electrical out of my way. Push that back in place. I have to realign the gas because it's a little bit of an angle now, so I'll go ahead and do that. The 10mm fits that as well. To get that in the right angle, go ahead and slap the gas line on. I may add the gas shut off at a later date, but I think I want to verify that this runs first. Next, I'm going to put on the gasket. Well, that doesn't fit that good. So this gasket that came with the carburetor that goes on the front of the carb actually didn't fit that good. You can see I tore it right next to the bolt hole. Trim it if you need to. It looks awful snug in there, but it will mount up. And this side isn't as important if you have a little leak as it would be back here, because then you've got a vacuum leak in your engine. And here is just intake. Then we're going to move the clamp for the gas line back around. Two hands. Go ahead and take off the vice grips. Sure didn't damage the hose. Reinstalling the choke mechanism. I believe it goes behind the gas line. Come on, baby. You can do it. Or you can't. There it goes. And obviously I need the gas line. Ow! We're going to edit out that part. Get this vertical. Okay, this thing fought me a little bit because the post on top right here has to be on the top side. Let's see if we can zoom in. Right here. Has to be up top. So in many kits I get, I don't replace everything that I get, but in this case, when it comes to rubber, I think I'll replace that one with this one. It's just rubber tends to dry out, especially in Colorado where we're a lot drier climate. Squeeze it and push it out. Easier said than done. Pull it out from the other side. Put the new one in. Now connect it to the hose coming off the carburetor. Move the clamp out of the way. Don't really need a clamp on this, but what the hell. Alright. Connected the vacuum line here. Put the carburetor nuts on. Let's see, where's my... Now we're ready to put the plastic back in place. Okay. Take this around, get it in place. Make sure nothing's getting pinched in there. Get it over that part where the rope comes out. Actually goes in much easier than coming out. Line up your bolts. Upside down. I'm going to go like this. This appears to be too low. Okay. Moment of truth. I'm going to take it off the table first, so stand by. Sometimes you just got to get creative when you're all alone. That's good enough. Once I tip the bucket back, we'll be fine. Fancy. Choke is all the way to the right. Throttle midway. Pump it a few times. The key is in. What the hell? Let's give it a try. Oh, choke, baby, choke. I was taught at an early age. Let's shut this fucking thing off. I was taught at an early age 5 half turns or 2.5 full turns. Now I'm gonna. Gee, I wish I had some snow to go attack. Well, the problem is resolved. I just have to wait till the next snowstorm. Because prior to the carb, it wouldn't even do that. Sweet! Thank you for watching.